In this video, we will talk about the D-wired individual. As you know, we're talking about the Maxwell Disc method. And in this series, we're going to do each profile, the D, the I, the S, and the C, for you to get a better understanding of each one of these profiles. And today, remember, we talk about do not box people in as a D, a I, or S, or C. The D and the I's are more outgoing. The C and the S, they might be more reserved. The I and the S, however, are more people-oriented, and the task-oriented people are more DCs. And as I said, do not put them in a box and label, oh, you are a high D or you are a high I, and therefore you are this. The idea is to become highly disc so that you're able to treat people the way they would like to be treated, and you're communicating with them on their level. This helps you to actually improve your communication skills. Now, the high Ds or the D profile, as you can see, are more task-oriented people. They're more outgoing, as I said, and their strength lies where they're more confident and driven people. They're more results-oriented, they strive on challenges, and they're very decisive action takers. Now, you might know some people, maybe it's you who I'm talking about here, who is more likely that kind of individual that is a go-getter per se. However, there are some weaknesses, and in each one of the profiles, we do have strengths and weaknesses. And it's good to learn about those areas that you can improve in. Again, all of us have all four, the D, the I, S, and C, just in varying degrees. As you do an assessment, you will know which ones you are more highly rated in, and so you understand how you are more wired. And your wiring comes from many aspects. All your experiences, maybe your mentors, your teachers, all of that programmed who you are right now. It can change. With practice, anything can change. So some of the weaknesses of the D is that they can be impatient and argumentative. They can be overpowering. They dislike routines, and they can be workaholics. And they can be also with a high ego. Again, being a high D and you're impatient, argumentative, sometimes a D can be so strong and they're so decisive and also direct that instead of helping maybe a S to understand something, it can come across so harsh and you can sound like if you're really arrogant. So be careful of those weaknesses, and you get a choice to actually choose how you would like to improve those areas. For a D to stay focused, they will need challenges. They need to be in control. And as I speak this, think about your families, think about your teams, think about maybe not only in a work team, think about your churches, think about your organizations you might be involved in as a team. How are these profiles showing up in individuals? And if you are the Ds, how are you communicating with the other profiles? And so for you to be focused, maybe introduce some challenge yourself, and help yourself to be able to stay in control too of what you're doing. The Ds are motivated by challenges and control, and when they're stalled, jumpstart your activity by engaging in some competition. You will get motivated and get going. These blind spots needs to be corrected, and as I said, it's a choice, because I do come across some Ds who say, this is who I am, therefore you need to accept me for who I am. But as Ds, one of your blind spots would be people, because you're more task oriented. Sometimes you might neglect the people side. So put people before your goals. Listen to others and their ideas, their opinions, and make them feel, also genuinely feel, not because I'm saying so, but genuinely make them feel that their ideas and their what they're sharing, their comments, their feedback is valuable, so that you will be able to get along also with them. Leverage your strength by being able to motivate people into action and your decisiveness. So, working on those areas also is going to help you. A D, on the other hand, is, as all of us have strengths and weaknesses, we also have fears. And the D, fear of losing control, they feel fear of being taken advantage of. And as an individual who might be high dominant, you will tend to take control over the situation if you believe that you're being taken advantage of. As a D, you aspire for those within your team, those that works with you, for immediate results so that they are aligned more closely with you. So be sure to inspire, not intimidate, and you will actually be able to hone in on some of your strengths there. Do not intimidate people. So, as a D, if you know that's what you do, you can practice how to actually inspire people and motivate them in a different way. Now, as a D, how do you communicate with the other profiles? As a D, you can look at a next D who might be working on your team or in your family. Understand each other boundaries of authority and expertise. So mutual respect, that we both understand, one another. We understand what we bring to the table, and based on our experience, we were going to get great results. A D to an I, right? So if you're a D and you're communicating with an I, lighten up in their presence and make the work enjoyable. I likes to have fun. Remember to smile at them when you're talking. Negotiate commitments and goals with a degree of flexibility so that you give them a chance to say maybe by when and how they're going to get it done. So help them also to know that it's okay to have some fun. Yes, I know you want the work to get done, but how can you help the I's to get it done whilst they're having fun too? A D to an S. Avoid being confrontational. A D can shut an S down very easily. Recognize their great work. Use a friendly conversational tone when you are talking to them. So tone down. Be relaxed in your approach with the S's. And for the C's, on the other hand, when a D is communicating with a C, provide facts and details. They want to know all the information. Expect an answer, expect questions, and expect that you will need to answer questions. Stop looking at their questions as if they are questioning you. They're merely gathering information. And being a high DC, I can tell you, for me to make decision, I must get all my information intact. So allow the C's time to also process their thoughts before they're responding. Don't force them. A D is very fast paced. A C is the opposite. So when the D wants something done like yesterday, the C might need some time to think about it and they want it to be perfect. Again, we're going to talk about the C profile in the next session. But as a D, how are you communicating with each one of your team members, each one of your families, so that you can have better results? Now, as you go through each one of these profile, and you're going to learn more about it as you go through, go do an assessment, learn how you can better your communication skills. Understanding who you're talking to and how you can adopt to their style, you will have a lot better, I should say, results in when you're communicating to each one of the profiles and how you're wired. So do call. Let me know if you have any questions. Share your takeaway. If you're a D and you need help on certain things, you can reach out. And there are so many videos and knowledge out there about DISC. However, it's a choice whether you want to adopt and a choice whether you are going to do something about how you communicate. Enjoy.
When was the last time you saw a meeting occur that should have been an email? Have you seen your team burn through wasted hours because someone had not been clear about a need or goal? Communication failures keep a good company from reaching its goals. Your company is the sum of your human capital. People are your business. The results your team can gain from their efforts are in direct correlation to how they engage and communicate with each other and your customers. Take a direct path to increasing your bottom line results by ensuring that your team communicates clearly, effectively, and efficiently. Engage with your John Maxwell Team DISC Certified Instructor for our DISC training that will unveil the personality and communication styles of each team member and unlock a new level of communication clarity for your business. Gain the critical tools needed to reach the goals you've set.